I'm going to be making many versions of this 1975 Datsun pickup from MPC. This particular one is going to be um, chop suey, mainly just because I'm going to chop the top. I use the old MPC cab on this particular build, to start out with. I use the string method to chop the top, and I'm going to kind of go over a little bit of that. I do want to do a how-to chop tops with the string method, but like I say, it's in the workings. So anyway, if you look, this string technique that I'm doing, it's a sawing motion. But you really got to get it down, man. You have to actually get the thread wrapped around your pointing finger and your thumb. Of course, you also have to get it in the part that you're trying to do. And then you kind of got to go back and forth in a sawing motion. And you actually get the to me you get the tightest seams when you're cutting a panel that I've found. And it is time consuming. You do break plenty of thread, so just go ahead and be willing to, go through a lot of thread to get your panels cut out. But basically, before I started filming, I had went ahead and cut the top off, but I did the top the same way with the string method. So on this particular build, we could call it hinges because there's going to be so many hinges on it. Basically, I'm just kind of going all out on this one. It was supposed to be a simultaneous build. I was doing the Datsun. My dad was doing the 72 Chevy in real life. And so this right here was going to be, I got through with the 72 Chevy for my dad's build. So now I'm doing this one, the Datsuns, for, this could be one version that I would have built in real life, let's just say. So anyway, we got a string method. I'm going to cut the doors off of this. Here's the plan. Suicide doors, chop top, flip nose front end. On this particular cab, it wasn't cut off. On some of these Datsuns, the cab is cut off on some versions. On this particular one, it's not cut off. The front end is actually part of the cab. So you have to actually cut it off yourself and hinge it yourself, which is fine because that was all in the plan anyway. So flip nose front end, suicide doors, chop top, and I want to do a dump bed. So oh, and on top of that, on the hood, I want to do a butterfly hinged hood, or you can, piano hood, butterfly hood, whichever way. Basically, it opens up from the sides. It opens up in the middle, from the middle, and opens up to the sides. Um, a little further on in the video, I'll kind of give you a little picture of what it's going to look like. So this string method, to me, I honestly believe it is to get the tightest panels. And if you want to say as far as safety goes, a lot of I don't want to tell people to use the hobby knife to cut the panels off, just because of safety reasons. I think that this video is for 18 and above, and so adult supervision. If you are watching this, and you shouldn't be, but if you're an adult, you should be very careful with your hobby knife and rotary tools and all that good stuff. But this string method with the thread, it actually, to me, See how I'm wrapping it around? You got to wrap it around. It takes some time to kind of get this, but then you once you wrap it around your finger and you wrap it around your thumb, you put it in the panel and you do the saw motion like this, and you just kind of go slow. You got to work. You work slow and with patience and perseverance. You can chop tops. You can make flip noses. You can cut doors. You can cut trunks. I mean, you can pretty much have butterfly hoods. You pretty much can do whatever you want with the car. I don't recommend. Look at this right here. This is exploded view. I don't recommend doing this type of build just because the parts are so fragile and everything. And by the time that you get it apart like that, it's just absolutely it's very fragile. From that moment on, you really like from this part of the build on. I've got to be very very careful with every piece because every piece becomes so fragile. I am, doing a reinforced floor here. That's a scratch built floor with some scratch built tubings there. We're gonna do like a whole scratch built interior. I'm wanting to do a cage. I'll probably do a cage, but that top there was a combination of styrene insert and the oh, what was it? Well, can't think of it now. But this is the super glue and the powder together, and it makes a really hard bond. I mean, it's really hard on your sanding, but it does work. Um, if you take the time to do it. There's so many different ways to approach this. So you can see right here, this is exploded view. Got the doors, you got the top chopped. I haven't actually done the flip nose on this one, on this film, but this right here is just it shows you where we are in this particular area. Just you got to be very very careful. You got to be very careful when once you cut it up. This right here is a great comparison. To the left you got a stock cab, and then you got the chop cab. To the right, I also did a scratch built front air dam. So you can just see how an extreme chop this is. This is a rear view, right side stock, left side chopped. I mean, it really shows you in comparison when you set the cabs side by side like this. It really shows you how much of a chop that you're actually doing, and I don't know like how many inches as far as 1/1 scale this would be down at this particular size, but I just do it by eyesight. I just do it what looks good. The front end's chopped off of this. You can kind of see how the front end was like the stock cab, but then we did the flip nose on it. So we chopped the whole front end off of it. And here we are working on the suicide hinges. Got a little primer going on the cabbage there. We're doing a little mock-up of the engine. The engine's going to be a full-blown supercharged Hemi. That we're just going to be. We got like scratch built transmission, and there's a lot of scratch built parts on it. This right here is a fully fabricated scratch built racing seat that was actually designed especially for this chop top cab. I weathered it up just a little bit. These wheels are KMC directional rims that I love from way back in the day. Burns front runners on the front. We got some lips out of the parts box, and then I believe those wheels came out of the AMT 29. Actually, well, it could have been the Lindbergh 34 Ford pickup on those rear wheels. This is the ride height. It's going to be slammed all the way to the ground. So we're going to, we're going to be dragging. We're going to be dragging panels. The whole frame is going to be scratch built, fabricated frame. And then, like I said, we're going to do a dump bed on this particular one. If you look at this front end, this front hood is actually going to be like a butterfly hood. Opens up from the right and the left. It's got louvers in it. Yeah, actually, I believe it might have been taken from a 30. These might be taken from 32 side panel hoods from a 32 Ford. But the way I got them in here, they fit perfectly, and a little bit more custom fabrication to them. And those are gonna be that's gonna be an awesome hood. Not only butterfly hood, but flip nose. So here's a final picture with the chop top, little primer. Got the bed action going on back there with the front end. This is kind of where we are, guys. Monomy 72 saying peace, love, and happiness to all. Thanks for watching. And just if you like this project, Chop Suey, this is the Chop Datsun Chop Suey. We're chopping it up, splicing it, and dicing it. Stay tuned and keep following because this project is intense. I mean, to me, this project is all out. All right. Peace, love, and happiness to all. Good night.